So we are now in mid-March, and I think it's about time we take a look how the housing market has performed since the start of the year. In this video, we're going to look at the good and the bad and see how February has turned out in 2024. Hey ladies and gents, this is Kevin Akers, a local real estate agent here in the Charlotte market. And if you are looking to learn more about the real estate market in Charlotte, you came to the right place. We'll pretty much check out all the areas, what's going on in the market, where to buy, where not to buy, all the good jazz. And if that's some content you like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so you can make sure you always are aware when the next video drops. And if you're looking to actually move to Charlotte, as much as I enjoy making these videos, I enjoy even more helping you find a home here in Charlotte. If that's in 7 days, 7 months, it does not matter. Or if you're just simply looking to relocate from one neighborhood to the next, make sure to reach out to me so we can make sure that is a smooth process that you're getting into. Well, let's just jump right into it. And obviously one of the biggest topics we want to talk about is interest rates. Not a lot of update here. Interest rates are hovering between the mid 6% to the low 7%. And according to an article from CNBC, the Federal Reserve might start cutting rates as early as the end of the second quarter, which means around June-ish timeframe. And the Fed is actually having a meeting this week, March 20th, and I'll make sure to keep you up to date and see what's going on. Hopefully we get some news on some concrete news on when they actually start cutting the rates. So more to come on interest rates very soon, I hope. All right, let's talk inventory, which is obviously a huge topic, especially when you and I want to go out there and buy homes, because it's such a huge contributor of what home prices are. Let's start off with some good news. Compared to February of 23, so last year, inventory actually has increased by 7.3%, which is awesome. However, even compared to January of this year, inventory has decreased by just a little bit, and the monthly supply indicator, which kind of tells how much supply is available, is at 1.6. which means 1.6 worth of inventory is currently available. In a healthy market, we want this to be around 4. So we want 4 months of inventory available. That is a healthy market. So we are still far away from that, and hopefully we're gonna be able to increase that. All right, next, let's talk about market activity and really see what is going on out there. So when it comes to new listings being introduced to the market, we actually had an increase, which is great, which means more sellers are actually willing to put the house on the market. When you compare to what we just talked about inventory, that's something we really need. So compared to last year, we actually rose to 19.7%. So that's last February of 2023. And compared to January of this year, we had an increase as well, where we listed around 3,600 homes. In January, we're up to about 4,200 homes for February, which is awesome. Now, with all that being said, we still need more homes being listed on the market to make the inventory levels come up to a healthy levels. Another thing we want to look at when it comes to market activity is pending sales. How many homes, I can't talk again, how many homes actually went under contract. So that is actually on an upward trajectory. We are about a 7-month high. So year over year, we are up by 4.6%. And from January, about 3,300 homes went under contract versus February, 3,800 homes went under contract. Now, what does that actually mean for you when pending sales are increasing? So what that means is more and more buyers are feeling comfortable purchasing homes in this market that we are currently in. Now, when the market and interest rates drop and more buyers are willing to enter the market, especially if inventory levels stay the way they are, that is going to mean it's going to be get more and more competitive because more and more buyers are going after the same house. So pending sales going up means buyers are more willing to be in the market. The last indicator we want to look at when it comes to market activity is closed transactions. How many buyers went all the way through and at the end got the keys? So this one had an improvement from January of this year to February of this year, where in January we closed about 2,300 deals, and in February we did about 2,800 deals. Year over year, we still down a little bit less than a percent, I think 0.7% year over year. But the increase from month over month, January to February, makes a lot of sense because we also had an increase in pending sales. So having more closed transactions makes sense. Now let's talk about days on market. This is for all my sellers out there. If you want to put your house on the market, this is kind of what the statistics say the average days on market is, or the average days from start to finish an entire transaction. So when it comes to days on market, which meaning you put the house on the market and you receive a contract, right now the average is 44 days, which actually has slowly increased over the last several months. Now, once you list the house until you're actually moving out of the house and somebody new has taken over, that total length right now is an average of 92 days. Now, what does that mean for you if you decided to put your home on the market? Once you put that sign in the yard and you find a buyer that submits an acceptable offer to you, it just takes about 44 days. Yes, I'm well aware there are definitely some areas where homes are still flying off the shelf, and you might live in one of those areas, and if that's the case, I am super happy for you and I hope you sell within the first week. But if you don't get an offer within the first week, don't sweat it too much. Trust your agent and just control the controllables, and just know that eventually you will find that buyer. And also keep in mind that there's still a lot of buyers out there that want to buy but still feel a little uncomfortable with the prices or the interest rates, which keeps them from currently buying, and it also has a contributing factor of why homes are still sitting on the market. So just trust the process and it will happen. Last but not least, best for last, let's talk about the good old home prices. For February, the average home price here in the good old Charlotte area was $466,804, which is actually up 11% from last year, where home prices were around the 420,000 mark. The good old medium home price also increased month over month. In January, we were looking at $374,000, and in February of this year, we were looking at $385,000. Year over year, from February of 23 till February of 24, we had an increase of 8.5%. This is actually worth a consideration. Is it worth waiting for interest rates to drop while home prices keep going up? All right, everybody, this is what I have for you this week. The beautiful market update here in good old Charlotte and what is truly going on out there in the real estate world. If you find value in this video, consider subscribing, hit the notification button so you are not going to miss the next video. Also, if you are thinking about moving to good old Charlotte, I definitely want to hear from you and see if I can make this a smooth transition. Until next week, see ya.